Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Marvel's Midnight Suns. In the last one, we finally got to get back to the game as I did some fixes. Oh, what did I do? Oh, okay. I did some fixes to make the game run better, and now it seems to be going pretty well. Um, we had a lot of exposition and talking and learning about the Abbey in the last one, and then we finally got to do a mission where we picked up an artifact, but now it seems that Nico is at the door. So we'll talk to her and see what we're doing. So far, we only have a few members of the party, right? I don't know how many heroes we're going to have total, but this is all we got at the moment. So I wonder if we're going to add those Midnight Suns people to the group as well, because they seem like perfect candidates to be added to the squad. But anyways, let's... Apparently, if you just press the scroll wheel, that happens.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
Nico is available for combat missions. Oh, okay. So now she's in our party? Yeah. She starts at level 3. I noticed that they skipped Iron Man to level 3 as well. What do we get to know about her deck? Apply stun. Is it going to tell me what that means? Yes, okay. Makes the target... Yeah, oh, actually, we already knew it. Negates protection. Ooh. Oh, right, it's also remove with damage. I forgot about that. If you attack someone who's stunned, then you remove the stun, so you want to stun them last. It also makes them marked. Refunds a card when KO'd. Okay, so this turns any card that kills them into a quick card. Increases damage taken from attacks by 50%, which also makes it easier to KO them. Reduces offense by 50%. Wow, this card is crazy, but it doesn't do any damage. Contains a random effect which was determined when this card was drawn. Oh, it only does one of those things. And blood magic, so she doesn't have a quick card? Oh, she's got a lot of random cards, huh? Apply 2 blood magic, counter, fast, or strengthened to Nico or an ally. Attack cards have lifesteal, deals damage to attackers, reduces cost of heroic cards by 1. I don't know if I like this random stuff. Because it seems like it would need... Oh, this still does damage. It just doesn't have quick on it. But it seems like it would need, like, 2 effects to be worth it. I don't know if 1 effect is quite worth it. 1 random effect. Change the cost of all heroic cards in your hand to 0 until the end of the turn. That's pretty crazy. And then deal 17, 34, or 42 damage, selected randomly when drawn. Alright. Interesting. Oh, there's a thing over here.
Despite almost getting blown up, it seems you did pretty well out there. Maybe there's hope for the world yet.
Oh, we can praise him.
Good girl, Charlie.
Or her. I forgot. Oh, you don't get anything for praising the dog? We don't have any of these arcane keys. Nope. Guess talk to her
Something
first.
tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites.
And what is that?
It's cool. I can wait.
I'm literally talking to you. Okay, fine. We'll do the hangout thing. Watching a movie. They have some weird looking Xbox controllers.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
So, I was 10. I don't really know which answer to go. I feel like if I say, what about your father? She's gonna be like, oh, he died. That's how I found out. She murdered him. Let's go with that's terrible.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
We'll
I did
just
not
be
realize
sympathetic.
you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary?
You get a salary?
I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this.
Oh.
Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I won't forget it.
You get 8 friendship? I think we messed up one of the conversation things. I didn't know which one to say. A tank top carny? I don't know what that means. A wool witch. Okay, well.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, Think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
I don't even know what the Staff of One is. Well, I guess that's the question. But, like, I don't know. So, yeah,
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
What? It seems powerful, but limited.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your staff.
Can you go
Go
into
for
the
it.
same thing and ask the other one?
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the six of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Why not?
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I should get going.
I feel like I have more questions now, but sure.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. Looks like you're finding your way around, maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
Were they really that good?
to stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken.
Maybe she
as
just
was
got
I.
teleported somewhere else.
But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
I feel like there was no trace is perfect fantasy world speak for she'll be back. I don't know what these two emblems mean. Like, there's a light and a dark. Do we have like an allegiance of some sort? I don't know. I didn't realize that we were gonna get this in depth, but let's pick. I like this one more. I think. Do I like that one more? I mean, like, who's gonna help Wanda learn stuff around here, I guess. So it's kind of logical to send her to Doctor Strange. But I guess this is a good question still. Like, maybe you don't have to send her away and give up on her. Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers
Yeah, I got
were
one of these
beyond
light
even her
points.
own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Well, I feel like at least Wanda's gonna be back. Okay, now it's gonna explain it. The balance. The hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make in the Abbey and the abilities they use in combat. What? The abilities you use in combat? Powerful rewards can be unlocked as Hunter moves down either path. Can you move down both paths? That would be my question. Is there a way to look at this? Yeah, it's right there. How do I investigate it? Can't figure out how to investigate it. It says current path 1 of 200. I don't know, like, I don't know how this is gonna work. If I pick, like, I just picked a light option. If I pick a dark option, does it move me backwards, or does it just make progress on the other path? Can I only make it to the end of one path? Oh, customization? Oh, I just have outfits. Okay, that looks pretty stupid. Wear combat outfit. Change outfits daily. Oh, you can just have it to randomly change outfits? That's a nice touch. I do like the combat outfit, though. It's pretty cool. Is that all for customization? Okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. May be affected by making choices as you interact with heroes around the Abbey. Conversations, hero request, activities. So it seems like it'll tell us when it's doing that. And then playing hunter cards with alignment light or dark. Whoa, by choosing abilities from 3 distinct branches, light, dark, or power, the hunter can be a strong support hero, devastating damage dealer, or nearly anything in between. Okay. It says affiliations, Midnight Suns. Can you be affiliated with other things? This game feels like it might be more in-depth than I was expecting, but let's follow Charlie to Agatha's shrine. I didn't realize the objective would change once we started following Charlie. I like how we were about to go to bed, and then we're like, oh, let's go watch a movie. Oh, now go to Agatha's shrine. And it's like, oh, I thought we were going to bed. Oyster mushroom. What am I supposed to do with that? This is a much more elaborate shrine than I expect. Oh, the cat. Do we get to meet the cat now, maybe? Maybe the cat is Agatha. Anyone thought of that? Oh, Jesus. Alright, I guess we're talking to Agatha. Maybe she is dead then.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body.
Ah yes, death.
I actually
Trouble with
find it
your
quite
corporeal
liberating.
body.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Okay, so she is dead. But that doesn't mean that Wanda's dead. Ooh, there's some more mushrooms. Hold on. What is this? Examine the dusty void.
What is it, Charlie? Find something?
There are numerous haven locations on the Abbey grounds. Once discovered, a haven can be used for a special daytime hangout with a hero where the friendship rewards are increased. Each haven can be used only once. Each hero can only attend a single haven over the course of the game. Okay. That seems a little bit overly complicated for no reason. Or overly limiting.
It is my Charlie girl.
We got to pet the dog again. Alright, let's continue following Agatha. Oh, hold up. More mushrooms. I don't know what we need these mushrooms for, but... Touch the blood seal. Oh yes, of course. This could also be a trick of some sort. What if it's like Lilith manifesting as Agatha? Trying to trick us into opening the blood seal?
This ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
Alright. Guess we're going through. Trial of the Elder Gods Oshtur? I don't know that name. Open the way to locations barred. Recommended player level 1. Current player level 3. I mean, you can't get here. I mean, I guess you could, in theory, never use a single hunter ability and still be level 1. And just use the other heroes up until now? Technically possible. So is there going to be combat here then if it's recommending a player level? Guess it'll be like solo missions or something? We will find out. Hopefully we'll unlock like some cool abilities or something as well. It looked a lot nicer when we were looking through the portal.
What you were expecting, is it?
No.
There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference. Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
We could summon Charlie? Aw, yeah.
Charlie?
Uh-oh.
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Yeah, she should have known that she was in for trial by combat when she stepped through the portal and magically had on her combat gear, even though she was previously wearing a sweater and jeans. Defeat all enemies to complete the encounter. Are they all minions?
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Okay, so these are all minions. Which means quick cards are our best friend. On KO, draw a card. Apply 2 mark to each enemy in an area. Ooh, that's really good. We definitely need that. I wonder, so quick. Max, oh no, it says max 1 per ability. I was gonna say quick only lets you get it once. I wonder if Howl you can get multiple times, but Howl we definitely want to do first. We can hit 5 enemies here with the Howl. And this just says, hold up. Refunds a card play when KO'd. So we could KO them with a rock and still get the refunded card play. So I feel like we can win this like turn 1 if we do this all right. So we hit 5 of them with the Howl.
Now that was something.
And we also need to make sure we make use of these bites, because they let you draw more cards. And there's rocks over here. Help take out these enemies. And Charlie can't use... Maybe Charlie can use these? No, only the hunter can use that. It doesn't say anything about this one, so Charlie could probably use that if they wanted to. Marked only lasts for 2 turns. Okay. So since these have rocks, we should ignore them for now because we can just kill them using heroism later. So these 2 and this one need to die. And I'm not quite lined up to do that on either of those 2, huh? And going over here is not going to make me lined up. And attacking one of those is also not going to make me lined up. Okay, so first, why don't we try biting? Okay, these 2 have rocks next to them, so we want to bite these 3 first.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Okay, we draw another bite. We kind of just want to see what we'll draw. So I think we draw first. Okay, we have another slash. Let's do the last bite. We might draw another bite. I don't know.
I'm impressed.
Okay, we draw a whip. A whip can be used to kill that guy. This is a dark ability. Okay. So now we just spam as much stuff as possible. And we still have our move, so we could just use the move later. So, pick up this kill. Yeah, it should just be...
You were too weak for this fight.
Should be very straightforward. Are we getting XP for this?
Your mother abandons you.
I can't tell. The XP bar has not moved a whole lot if we are getting XP. Okay, can Charlie throw rocks? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like the hunter's the only one who can throw the rocks. Okay, so we go boop. Oh, a little bit of lag on this one. Doesn't really move when you throw rocks. I was hoping to move over here. 7 enemies KO'd in 1 turn. We're gonna KO all 10 though. So, I'm curious, because we currently are missing 1 card play. Should I use a dark ability? Because when we were looking at that bar with the dark and the light, it seemed like there was just a line in the middle and then you could make progress both ways. So I kind of want to use a dark ability here. It won't prevent us from being able to win, so... Smash him into the wall.
Feel my call.
And then... Do we get card plays back for this? No. You do not get card plays back. Refunds a card play when KO'd. It just says when KO'd. It doesn't say how they got KO'd. Oh, I should have used slash because I could have. It would have been a free refund there.
Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Okay, so we killed 10 enemies in 1 turn. Oh, new difficulty unlocked. Increased challenge and rewarding combat. Enemy health plus 25%. Enemy offense plus 12.5%. 1 revive per mission. Hero XP. Mission gloss bonus. I do think I want to change the difficulty to heroic. And then I think we'll probably end up leaving it on heroic for the playthrough, unless it's just still stupidly easy. I'm okay with it being not too difficult. So we'll go to heroic one. This must be, maybe you just do these missions and you unlock more difficulties. I was reading that tip. You get a legendary ability and a legendary suit if you reach max friendship with a hero. Oh, now it's just actually open. Enter Oshtur's cavern. Alright. These torches are a little bit ominous, but... How do we get back up? Not possible. The moon seal. Place item on the plinth. Well, good as a moon seal. Making some spooky noises. Is this gonna open this door, or... Oh, well, let's just place it.
Looks like it belongs here.
Oshtur's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
So it seemed like we can't interact with this anymore, but we were choosing like a thing to put on there, so maybe later we can put other gifts on there instead. The words of power are magical incantations the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. To use a word of power, hold spacebar. Okay, we got 3 more words that we can learn, supposedly.
Noble Ashtur guides my hand.
We got some arcane knowledge. I don't know what we do with any of that stuff that we've been picking up. Leave the cave. I guess we couldn't have left the way we came in, so I suppose that makes sense. Need more arcane keys.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
What was that blue thing we were standing next to? I didn't get to investigate it. Let's pet the dog.
Good girl, Charlie.
Oh, we got more stuff for petting it up. I guess if the dog is in the bed and you pet it, then you get stuff. Or maybe because we did a
Who's
combat.
a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Okay. Can't just spam it. Alright, let's save real quick. Alright, so what are we doing now? Let's look at the map.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
That was pretty
See,
strange.
Hunter, you're so much more than a weapon. You're fun.
Wait, where are you?
We still have so many more movies to show you, like 70s
Oh, here.
Grindhouse flicks.
Oh, you could do the invite to Haven thing. Yeah, we're
Tony
not gonna
Stark
do that
used
right
to be
now.
the ultra-rich jerk I saw on TV. Now, he's the ultra-rich jerk who eats all the cashews in the bowl.
Alrighty then. We haven't gone in here. Oh, this is this room. Never mind. Thought it was a different room. Oh, thanks. Credits. I don't know what we do with those. We have like 4 different currencies. 4 or 5 currencies that I don't know how to spend yet, but... The Moon. Tarot cards? Moon Knight hides his true identity behind his cloak and shadow. This card represents deception, but also creativity and the unconscious. What do I do with the tarot card? There's 22 of them to find? Cluttered table.
Intriguing.
Some of them older than you, and you are quite old. Oh.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Oh, now I can pick up the gloss. Thank you. Anything else in this room? Another tarot card? The Star. Nova rises up into the starry night sky, surrounded by stars that represent the support of his team. This card symbolizes serenity and the hope for future. I don't know what we're supposed to do with these. Do they serve any purpose, or are they just a collectible? I don't really like just collectibles, honestly.
Fascinating.
One of Tony's many Iron Man suits, polished to a high gloss, though it is powered off, the eyes seem to follow you. Do they now? Oh, here's the cape.
Interesting.
One of Strange's capes, suspended in an ornate glass case. The cape floats in the air, rippling slightly through the air. Though the air is still. Okay. It's like, what? We do anything here? I think we have another gamma coil,
Hey,
right?
Hunter.
Can I exit out of this if I don't want to do it now?
Analyzing it. You're welcome, Hunter.
Dark Heal. Restore an ally to full health. Cure. What does that mean, cure? And then the hunter takes 17 damage. Remove all negative status effects. I kind of want this Dark Heal. It seems like you don't really ever want to cast this unless you really need it, and then you want to cast it. Sure, let's take this one, just because it seems... Well, can we see... Can I see upgraded? This does more damage. Take less damage and gain heroism. And then we already know that one. We already have one of these. We could make a second one, which would be pretty good, but then we're kind of like investing in Blade and like all of our stuff in Blade, and I don't even know if we're going to use Blade. First I gotta
If this
figure
thing
out
behind
like
me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
what all the
I'm
heroes
happy to
are.
help, Hunter.
Gain a new combat ability for your hero. Open the hero screen to equip this new ability. Okay, so... Oh, it just opened it for us. Equip and salvage. Abilities can be equipped or swapped with the cards already in the hero's deck. Any unused abilities should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades, items, and more. Okay, so can I add more cards? Heroes must have 8 abilities equipped to their combat decks. To equip a new ability, you must first unequip the ability you wish to replace. Okay, so I can't have more. Heal is a light ability, it seems like. Yes. What does upgrading heal do? If overhealed, draw 2 cards. I know, I'm seeing that heal heals for 48 health. I almost think this is pointless, because heal seems to just be better right now. I think we'll keep the dark heal. The dark heal seems like we get... I don't even know what you do with skill essence yet. We'll probably figure that out later. The dark heal seems like it's going to get better as the game goes on, because you take a flat amount of damage, but you heal to full health, which, depending on how much health we get, could be a lot, right? Right now we only have 71 HP. I wanted to check. Who has the most HP? I guess I have the most HP and Iron Man both have 71. But I assume at some point we're going to have a lot more HP. And that thing's going to get better. Because as I have more HP, the amount of damage I take is going to be less significant. And as my teammates have more HP, the amount of damage I could potentially heal is going to be more significant. So.
We desperately need to get into this crate.
Alright, let's do it.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I don't want to destroy. I don't know why that's the evil option here, or the dark option. I guess it's because it's destruction. So what happens here? I want to say this thing in the middle, but if I say this thing in the middle, does it mean I can't pick a light or dark option anymore? I think we're gonna try the thing in the middle and see what happens. Might as well figure out early if we're skipping a potential dialogue option.
Do you think this will be enough to give us an edge?
I hope so. Whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I'm relying on my instincts here, but truly that's all I have to rely on until I can find a way to access the Sanctum's archives again.
That seems a bit risky.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
Okay, so I did miss out on...
There's more to this workspace than meets the eye, Hunter. These flames aren't born of any fire.
Okay, so if you pick the option in the middle, then you won't get any of the allegiances, and it does skip them, so you should probably always pick one of them, I guess? Because let's look at that profile page again. How do we even get to that? It looks like you could go both directions. would be my guess. It does say 1% though. I don't know what that means. Because it's not like there's 1% over here and 0% over here. It's just 1% total. So we probably want to go all in on one side would be my guess, but I'm not sure.
What have you brought me today?
Unlocks more powerful research projects at the Forge and generates significant resources for use in ability upgrades and crafting. Okay, so this is kind of like XCOM style, where you unlock more things to research.
Hoary hosts of Hoggoth. I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
Okay, so we got all of these essences
certainly not useless.
and the artifact. Research level increased. Research projects take 1 day to complete but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. Is an outfit a powerful reward? I thought that was just cosmetic. Okay, so now we're getting into like XCOM research stuff, but it says they all take 1 day. I wonder if they're always only going to take 1 day.
How else am I going to steal your secrets if I can't see what you're up to?
I doubt you'd find anything suitable among my secrets anyway.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can it be? Did you just make a suit joke?
I didn't hurt its feelings, did I?
2 in a row. This is a major breakthrough for you. I'm so proud I could be here for this moment.
I'm glad you're amused.
Complete 3 missions with Blade to get this one. Does this cost us anything? Except for time? Okay, so this one was giving single-use combat items, which I don't know that we need. I guess in XCOM, those could be pretty valuable sometimes, depending on what they were, like flashbangs and stuff. Increase ability options and earn an additional ability when analyzing gamma quota. Okay, we should definitely go with that because that seems like it's gonna increase how quickly we can get new abilities. Because we should have 4 choices instead of 3 every time then. And then spend moves to knock back enemies in combat. That also seems useful, but we need to use Blade one more time before we can do that. So we're going to go with this one. Research is now in progress. Return to the Forge tomorrow morning for the results. Got no artifacts, no gamma coils.
Shh. Tony is working.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
Oh, you're already in the Forge. Yeah, I'm like literally right here. Oh, there's a thing.
You moving into the Forge, Hunter? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The Forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with the spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian sofa.
Okay, so we want to pick a side here. Yeah, let's go with that
It
one.
would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Oh, so is this the new Ghost Rider? Because didn't we meet Johnny Blaze, who was the original Ghost Rider? Oh, you got a lot of health. And a lot of offense. Why are you just the best character? What kind of stuff do you do? Forceful knockback. That's the one that just knocks back further, right? Dealing damage. Double distance and impact damage. Oh, I guess we should look at what the upgrades are. Quick. Ooh, you make it quick. Drop. Enemies knocked into a drop have a chance to be instantly KO'd. Create a drop with... I don't know what that means. A drop. I'm a little confused by that. Chain is when you can select multiple targets. Cover health equal to damage dealt. Plus X. That means plus X. Give all chain or all drain soul cards +1 chain and +1 heroism cards. Oh, so every time you use this, it makes the next one chain more, but it also makes it cost 1 more. Okay. Damage each enemy in a line, discard your hand. Okay, so you want to use that last. Gotcha. Or maybe not at all. Okay, so we got a few minutes, so let's go spar with Ghost Rider and see what comes of it.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Okay, every day the hunter can choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards. Okay. So... choose a hero to instruct in the art of demon hunting. Heroes may only spar with the hunter once every 4 days. It costs 11 credits. We got plenty of credits right now. Rewards training XP. Combat bonus for Ghost Rider. I don't know what that means. Friendship XP? What does this combat bonus? Whatever.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
Okay, so there's no like scene or anything for it. We got 1 training XP, 3 friendship XP, quick thinking. Common combat bonus. Gain 2 fast at mission start. Is that forever or seems really good? Doesn't fast make your cards cost less?
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Hold on. How long does this last for? Does he just have this forever now? guess we don't get to... Well, maybe we'll figure out in the future then. I'm not really sure. He seems to just to be better at the moment. But anyways, I think that's gonna do it for this one. We gotta go in there and it'll probably start a cutscene. We'll figure out what next mission we're doing. Today we really only did the Trial of the Elder Gods mission, which is fine. We will do more missions in the future. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will see you next time.